Hello everybody, how you doing today? My name is Acidosis as usual. Today we're going to be talking about something a little different. I want to first say a shout out to all my friends, all my fans. Thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. I just encourage you guys to hit me up whatever needs you need, topics you want me to discuss today. I want to talk about metabolic acidosis, acid-base disorders, which is one of the biggest concerns for medical students. Everybody hates metabolic acidosis. Acidosis, alkalosis, it's ridiculous. So today I'm going to try to go a little slow so you can kind of keep up with me a little bit. But like as usual, I'm going to try to break this down for you as easy as I possibly can. So that you just don't have everything all jumbled up, because the problem is you have this information floating around, but you just don't know how to apply it, So let's see what we got, because I'm going to try to time this so we can spend about 9 minutes per lecture so that we can move on from there. But this lecture is all about introduction, nothing too heavy yet. We're going to, the next chapter, then we start taking them one piece at a time, okay? Alright, so what do I want you to know first? Code. You know the rules of the game. You got to know the mechanisms. It's all about mechanism, guys. So let's start. The human body is a whole, organism, right? And we constantly have blood moving through our blood vessels, right? And blood has to be maintained at a certain pH. And last time I checked, you don't want your blood to be too acidic, that means you're spilling a lot of acid in it, or too basic. It's way too much base in there. So your blood, because the body has to maintain this homeostatic balance, it needs to maintain at a certain pH. So one of the biggest things you have to understand is your blood has a pH, like I mentioned right here, between 7.35 and 7.45. That is key. That is key, because what I'm going to talk about in a minute is tell you why this is important. The next thing is to know some other parameters, because once you have this, it's like, kind of having little keys in your pocket. Any door you go to, you can easily unlock it. It's understanding what is about normal appropriate pressure for your partial arterial pressure of CO2 is 40 milliliters of mercury. I bet you guys probably already heard this before, but I'm just reiterating it. You want to know the normal bicarb that's supposed to be in your blood. Bicarb is like a buffer. It kind of helps you buffer your blood. Doesn't want it to go too far down or go too far to the right or to the left. Not too acidic, not too basic. But I don't want to really say too much. But make sure you memorize this. Unfortunately, there's some memorizations in medicine, so just the way it is, you guys know this. But the biggest thing, aside from this guy, is this formula right here. When I say this formula, this is all you have to know. And once you know this formula, guys, it becomes a piece of cake. And I promise you, by the time you're done with this lecture, you will appreciate this formula, because it's a cheat sheet. Somehow people don't want to memorize it. I don't know what it is, but this is where the bread and butter is, guys. So, what's this formula? There's pH on the left, which is basically stating the pH at which your blood is supposed to be at all times. And on top, in the numerator, is bicarb. If you can either take out this hydrogen ion and just put bicarb here and PaCO2. And we're going to kind of talk about the relationship in a minute. Then, on top here, you want to just write metabolic. I don't care what it is, just metabolic for now. And at the bottom, it's just respiratory. So here's the problem with your body. The body has blood inside, running through all the blood vessels. Your heart is constantly pumping blood to organs, to your kidneys, to the brain, to the liver, to your gut, right, to your muscles. And at the same time, the lungs is doing what? You're respirating. So basically, there's metabolism going on, metabolic, and there's respiration. So why are we all alive? Let me remind you one more time. We all have to breathe in oxygen. Oxygen has to go into your blood. It goes through your alveolar system inside your lungs. It gets into the bloodstream, pumps it, goes through the heart, right? Basically making oxygenated blood. This oxygenated blood needs to get to those tissues, because they need the oxygen. Because why do we need oxygen again? Oh, I remember. We need it for energy, right? We need oxygen to burn things. Where? The electron transport chain. Oh my God, that's what I learned in college. Yeah, I remember. Med school first year biochemistry. Oh no. Yeah, I might be talking about some biochem, but it's very basic stuff. Electron transport, you need that oxygen, what? Accept those protons. Bam, with some hydrogen ions, becomes water, and eventually CO2 is made after breakdown of glycolysis. You're able to respirate. You take that CO2 out of the tissues, right? Because they have to burn this to make what? ATP. The ATP is used to generate what? A lot of sodium, potassium, pump channels, kind of maintain balance between intracellular and extracellular homeostasis, right? Whatever it's been pumped. But you need that energy. That's basically why we breathe. Then that CO2 can't stay in our body, right? It has to go out to what? The respiratory system. So you start with metabolic and eventually you work your way down to respiratory. And they're kind of compensating for each other. So one is working too hard, the other one compensates. So, did I just use the word compensation? Yes, I just did. Now let me tell you a little bit about this formula. Why extremely important you guys know this. If you don't know anything anymore, note this code. So let's start. When you have metabolic on top, there is a direct relationship between pH and bicarb. So let's try it out. pH equals to bicarbonate. It's basically inversely, right? Proportional. Sounds like physics, but it's really easy. That means whatever happens on the left, let's say bicarb goes up, automatically pH has to go up. This is just intro, guys. I'm not even going to talk. That's why I'm not using the word acidosis or alkalosis yet, because the next topic we're going to be taking them one piece at a time. If this goes down, right, automatically you expect the pH to go down. And we'll talk about what that means in a minute. Just note that relationship. It's a direct 1-to-1 correlation. Now let's take this guy and this guy. pH, right, is actually inversely proportional to arterial partial pressure of carbon dioxide. That means what that is telling you is pH CO2 goes up. Since inverse, automatically your pH has to drop. Right? If pH CO2 goes down, automatically your pH has to go up. And we'll talk about this relationship because this is where the bread and butter is, guys. Because by the time you figure it out, you're like, no. Yeah, I know. It's that easy, guys. So when I say, which I'm going to talk about, I'm just going to give a little hint in a minute. When bicarbonate increases, your pH is going to increase. And if your pH increases, right, last time I checked, if you look at your acid, right, so let's say acid is on the left and base is on the right. So high pH, right, is basic solution. A low pH is an acidic solution. So if your bicarb is too high, just using words here, simple. Let's make it really simple, like general chemistry. Your pH will be high. So too much base, you become a basic solution. If it's too low, it becomes acidic because the pH is going to drop. The same thing right here. If pH CO2 is too high, what's going to happen? Your pH is going to drop, which means a low pH. If what? If your pH CO2 is too low, automatically your pH goes up. Just means you're alkalotic. But now we're going to really apply it soon. But before I go on, how about this? Oh, our 9 minutes is up, so we're going to start the next lecture. I'm going to try to cut the lecture so we can get them all in 9 minutes, okay?
Hey, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you learned a lot. Are you studying for the USMLE Step 1 or Step 2? Are you studying for the NCLEX or you're currently in nursing school as a nursing student? Are you a PA student currently in school or studying for your PANCE exam? Or are you a nurse practitioner student or trying to take your NP board exam? Listen, I've got super awesome content for you. If you truly love this video and it simplified your learning process, I want you to check out my website below. I've listed all the list of exams, whether you're studying for any of this board exam, and all I want you to do is click on the link right now below so that you can take you directly to my website. For USMLE, just go to smashusmle.com. For NCLEX, go to crushNCLEX.com. And if you're studying for the PANCE exam, the nurse practitioner exam, or you're studying for your internal medicine board exam, just click below and it'll take you directly to ftplectures.com. Listen, I can't wait to help you. If you need to get in touch with me, just get to my website, be able to reach me directly, and we can work together one-on-one. Listen, you're super awesome, and my goal here is to help your dream come true. If you want to be a doctor, want to be a nurse practitioner, a registered nurse, or physician assistant, I'm here to help you get to that next level. With your medical knowledge, let's save the world together. I love you guys. You guys are super awesome. And do not forget to click on the link below to be able to get to my website. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You guys have a great day. Let's go.